your heart stops. 15 seconds later, your brain is supposed to go dark and stay dark. In about 1 out of 5 people, something switches back on instead. They watch themselves die from the ceiling. They meet people who are already dead. So we did something nobody had tried. We fed 900 of these accounts to an AI. One question: what do all these dying people share? The answer was not the light. By the end, it had stopped being a story about death at all. First, forget the ghost stories. This is one of the most studied things in medicine. In 1975, a doctor named Raymond Moody collected these stories and gave them a name: near-death experience. Within years, thousands of patients admitted they had one too. A psychiatrist at the University of Virginia, Bruce Greyson, refused to just believe them. His doubt cracked on one of his first nights as an intern, over a plate of spaghetti. His pager went off. He dropped his fork and splashed red sauce across his tie. Embarrassed, he buttoned a white coat over the stain and went to see an overdose patient. She was unconscious. He talked to her roommate 50 yards away, coat open in the heat. Next morning, the patient described that conversation word for word. And the hidden stain. She had been unconscious in another room the whole time. He spent 40 years on why. In 1983, he built a scale, 16 questions, score 7, and it counts as real. Then a resuscitation specialist, Sam Parnia, ran the test that should have been impossible. 25 hospitals, above each dying patient, a tablet showing a hidden image, headphones playing specific words. If they float up, can they truly see and hear? The study was called Aware 2. The numbers came back strange. Around 40% recalled some awareness while their heart was stopped. About 1 in 5 described a full, structured experience of dying. Here is the part that broke people. During CPR, the brain oxygen sat near 40%. A brain that low should be silent. Instead, the monitors caught near normal waves, gamma and alpha, the signatures of a conscious mind, up to an hour into CPR. But one case is why nobody can fully close the file. Atlanta, 1991. Pam Reynolds. She had a giant aneurysm at the base of her brain. Normal surgery would kill her, so her surgeon chose a standstill. They chilled her body to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. They stopped her heart. They drained the blood out of her head. Her EEG went flat. Her eyes were taped shut. Her ears were plugged with speakers clicking at full volume. By every clinical measure, for part of that surgery, Pam Reynolds was dead. She woke up and described the bone saw. She said it looked like an electric toothbrush. She said the surgeon hooking up her arteries was a woman. She was right. Skeptics say anesthesia awareness leaked through. The debate has never ended. So back to our machine. It read every account and looked for the sequence that repeats. And there is one, across thousands of strangers, the same 6 steps in order. 1. It stops hurting. A wave of calm that people struggle to put into words. 2. You lift out of your body and look down at yourself. 3. A darkness, often a tunnel, sometimes a light at the far end. 4. The life review. And this is where it stops being pleasant. People do not just watch their life, they relive it from the other side. You feel the pain you caused, standing inside the person you caused it to. Greyson found this is one of the strongest predictors of who comes back changed. 5. A border, a line, a river, a gate. Cross it and you do not come back. 6. Something pulls you back. And most people report being furious to return. The AI confirmed it. This skeleton shows up in culture after culture. But not every account is warm. Somewhere between 1 in 10 and 1 in 5 is dark. A void with no floor. A threatening emptiness. Faces that will not resolve. These are underreported. People are ashamed to admit their glimpse looked like hell. The machine kept those too. Any honest pattern has to hold the frightening ones. Now here's the moment everyone says, see, it must be a real place. But the machine found a second pattern, and it quietly takes that back. The structure is shared. The cast is not. The content changes with your culture. A patient in India meets messengers with a ledger, checking whether it was his time. A Christian meets a being of light and relatives waiting in a warm field. A young child often meets living pets and cartoon figures, not solemn gods. If it were one fixed place, everyone would describe the same furniture. They do not. The dying brain builds the scene from what you already carry inside you. So, can a brain do this while it is shutting down? In 2023, we finally got a look. Jimo Borjigin at Michigan recorded 4 people as they died, still wired to EEG. In 2 of them, the moment the heart stopped, the brain did not fade, it surged. Gamma waves, the signature of vivid experience, spiked up to 300 times for about 30 seconds in the exact brain region tied to leaving your body. The tunnel, the peace, the review. Candidates in a brain firing its loudest final signal. And there are chemical suspects. Ketamine can pull people out of their bodies too. A high dose brings the tunnel, the bliss, the light. It copies the whole scene. Some blame DMT, a molecule the brain may release. Some blame simple lack of oxygen. But Parnia pushes back. No one has actually measured these chemicals in a dying human. So every model is a strong maybe. A machine that reads the pattern cannot pick a winner. It does not prove there is nothing there. It does not prove there is something. And that should sound familiar. A signal that looks like meaning is not proof of meaning. But the AI found one more thing, and this part survives every culture and every scan. It is not the light. It is what people come back caring about. 80% of them lose their fear of death for the rest of their lives. Among people who came close without the experience, it is 29%. They come back kinder, less interested in money and status, more in the people around them. Some marriages end, some careers flip overnight. The old scoreboard stops making sense. Because of what the life review actually asked, not what did you achieve, it asked how you made other people feel. Every account circles that same verdict. The one thing 900 dying strangers share is not a place. It is a measure of a life. So we asked a machine what the dying see. It could not tell us if heaven is real. It told us something we can check tonight without dying at all. Almost everyone who touched death came back and changed the same one thing. Not their beliefs, how they treat the person standing next to them. It was never really about the afterlife. It was about the life. If your review started tonight, what is the one thing you would change this week? Tell me below. And if this reached you, subscribe. The next one is already being written.